we're going to use this page to help us practice making values with colored pencil. Now, value is talking about the lightness or darkness of a color. So we're going to use colored pencils today, and you can choose any colored pencil you want. I just chose one that had a nice point on it so that I could use it easily to color. Now, on the space provided, we're going to start with a dark value. So to create a dark value, I'm just pushing hard with my pencil. Another way to create dark value is to go back and forth over the same area several times to add more layers of that color to darken it up. Okay, so after a second, I think I've layered on as much of that purple color as possible. Now when I move on to the next box, I'm still pushing pretty hard, but I'm trying to make this value just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit lighter than my first one. So this dark value could be used to show very shadowy areas. And this next value is still pretty shadowy, but maybe there's just a little bit more light on this one. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to keep on going. This next one is going to be lighter still. And I'm going to try to create as many different values as I can. Some students are able to get all the way to the end of the value scale with a different value in each box. Sometimes you might get a little too dark, and maybe I have to go back and make this one a little bit darker to make it a difference between the next one. Now I have dark, medium, lighter. But I can get a lot lighter than this. Now I'm really starting to push lightly with my pencil. Sometimes something that helps me when I'm doing the lighter values is I'll actually hold my pencil farther away from the tip. That helps me put less pressure on it. Now I'm going to try an even lighter value. This time I'm just barely putting any pressure. I can barely see any purple at all. It's mostly just the white paper showing through. Now, once you've practiced making your value scale this way, you can kind of play around with some other tricks. Sometimes instead of making separate values, I do a gradation of value. And a gradation means that it sort of just fades. So I'm starting out dark and then gradually fading to light. That's kind of a fun thing to practice, actually. It looks pretty cool. Okay, you can also practice some value tricks coloring your different campers down here. The tip says, color the edges of the camper dark and use lighter pressure as you get towards the center. So the edge of the camper is a little bit darker, and then it fades gradually as I get to the center. Value is a really handy trick for an artist to have because it can make your objects look three-dimensional in your artwork and more realistic.